Hi everyone, today I'm going to do my university video. I'm finally getting around to doing it, and a lot of you have requested this for absolutely ages, so I'm finally getting around to doing it, thank God. So in this video I'm just going to tell you the university I go to, about my course, what I do in kind of each year, what I've done in each year of my university course, if I recommend the course at the uni, and just some kind of like little tips and stuff for those who are just like going into uni this year. So yeah. Oh, one thing I just want to share with you, in case you're wondering what foundation I'm wearing, I'm trying out this new one from Bourjois, and it's the Flower Perfection, and I got it in shade 53, which is a pretty good match for me. It looks kind of pink though, so yeah, I don't know. But it's really good actually. I'm really impressed, and I got it in Boots because they are doing this 2 for £13 deal, and I needed to get a new mascara anyway, and the mascara included in the deal was the clubbing one, extreme clubbing one, something like that. So I'm trying out that as well with this, and let me know if you want a review on this. I'd be happy to do one in a couple of weeks once I've tried it out, and tried it with lots of different things, so I can tell you what works best for me. So yeah, really good, really impressed with that actually. So yeah, university video, where should I start? I'm going to tell you what uni I go to because I leave in a couple of months anyway, and I'm sure none of you are crazy and are going to like kill me or anything like that, so it's all good. I go to the University of West London, which is in Ealing, and the course that I'm studying is advertising and event management. So I'm majoring in advertising, and then what do you call it? Is it sub-major? Major? I don't know. And then obviously events. And I'm in my third year, and I don't live at uni because where I live, I can literally jump on a tube. I don't really want to tell you because then it gives away where I live. I jump on the tube, and then it takes like an hour and 20 minutes to get to my uni. And I'm only in university, well, in the first year I was in university 3 days a week, second year 3 days a week, and now I'm in for like 2 days a week. So I think it would be a waste of money for me to live away because the accommodation is quite expensive being in West London. So I just didn't want that extra kind of debt on top of me, and plus I'm not the type of girl to like live the typical student life. I know a lot of the people go out all the time and are just always getting drunk, and I don't know, I think that would distract me, and I think I would get, like, I'm a really sociable person, I get on with everyone basically, but I don't know, I just wouldn't like it, and I just think it's a bit of a waste of money. I prefer to just be at home, and stuff like that. So let me start with the first. Oh, actually, I'm just going to say, I do get some questions about advice with kind of living away at uni, and people asking if they think that if they should move away. I think that if you're obviously living far away, then you should definitely live in the uni accommodation for at least the first year, because you're not likely to know anyone there, so it's a really good way to make friends and everything like that, and just like get involved with the university and stuff like that. And then in the second year, people tend to live in houses and stuff. Once they've kind of met their group of friends and stuff like that, they tend to move into houses, which works out a lot cheaper and just like a better arrangement. And I think it's also good to move away because you kind of learn to be a bit more independent and stuff like that, so that's also a good reason to move out. But yeah, that's all I really had to say about that. So my first year in university, basically what you have is you have 2 semesters in a year, and well, this is my uni anyway, I'm not sure if it's the same with all other universities. So we have 2 semesters in a year, and each semester is 14 weeks long, and obviously because I'm majoring in advertising, I always have 2 advertising modules and then 1 events module, like per semester, and then you would have to do probably 2 assignments, or no, 1 assignment per module. Yeah, 1 assignment per module. So in the first year on the advertising side, we had a module called PR and Advertising Industries, where basically what we done was just learning about both industries, how they work, the roles within those industries. So it was just giving us an insight to what maybe we would want to go into. So it just gives you kind of like a better idea. And then we also had a module on, I think it was called Writing for Media, and that was basically just learning about all different types of journalism, and we were practicing our skills in that by writing articles and things like that. And it included doing a lot of kind of ice-breaking workshops that relate to journalism, just so we can get to know the class, and it kind of just breaks the ice a little bit. So that was that side, and I really enjoyed that because I really like writing, and I think I got like 2 1s across those modules, which is the equivalent to a B. And then the advertising side, we done, what was it? I think we done a module called Event Planning, and that was kind of the basics to kind of, I keep saying that so much. It was the basics to event planning. So yeah, it was just the basics, what kind of things you need to know to organise an event and how to. And then we also had a module on, I think it was marketing and promotion for events. So we would have an assignment with this event brief, and then we would have to do a report on how we would market and promote that event. And I really enjoyed that. And at that point at my university, I knew that I wanted to do events, but obviously that's changed now. But I really wanted to do events at that point. I think it was because I love The Hills, and I think it was about then that I was still watching it, because I've seen them all now. And Heidi's job always looked really cool, and she was an event planner, and yeah, it just looked really cool, and that kind of made me want to do events. But now I know kind of like everything to do with events, it's put me off because it is so much harder than it seems. And I'm more of a, events is really weird. I'm more of a creative person, whereas events can be quite academic but also creative, so it's got that kind of good balance. Whereas the advertising side is creative in everything, whether you're doing like journalism is still creative, you have to be creative with your writing and everything. But yeah, that was the first year, and I really enjoyed that. And then the second year on the advertising side, we done, it was, what's the module called? I think it was called Broadcast Journalism. So we would just practice our presenting skills in front of cameras, like with the class. We would go into groups and like just do different kind of features that we've made up for TV and stuff like that. So that was really fun, really good for building your confidence. And once again, it just gave you a taster for a different type of media that you might be interested in doing when you graduate. So that was really fun, and one of the assignments for that was that we had to create our own story, and it had to be 3 different types of like broadcast journalism, I think, and we would have to get the camera and borrow it for the weekend or however long it took you to do it, and someone would have to film you sort of presenting kind of thing. So that was really good. And then the other advertising related module that we done was, what was it? It was something to do with advertising campaigns. So that's when we started getting introduced to that kind of that like the advertising in itself, and we were put into groups and we had to find a controversial advertising campaign, and we had to talk about why it was and just do research into that and then present our findings to the class. So the second year did include a lot of presenting, because we also then got advertising briefs that we had to work in groups and create advertising campaigns and also present them. And then the second year for events included a module called event bidding, where basically how it works in the industry is companies will bid, what they call bid to organise an event. So then they would present their presentation to why they should organise the event, what their ideas are for it, to their clients, and then one company would win the bid. That's like how it works in the industry. So we visited a venue in our groups and we had to think of basically they had a brief. For example, they wanted to bring the community together, and we had to think of an event idea, sort of like organise an event but not actually organise it. It was just all of our ideas, and we put that into a presentation and present it to our tutor. And then the other module was live event management, which is what put me off events, I think. We had to organise a live event, basically, and oh my god, organising an event is so stressful. Like, I really love a challenge, and like I can be really, really organised when I want to be, and I'm the type of person that gets really kind of stressed, because when I do some work, I like to do it properly, and I was just getting so stressed, and it wasn't the kind of stress that I enjoyed. For example, when I done an internship at that fashion PR agency, I was a bit stressed because I had like some responsibilities and like challenges and stuff, but I enjoyed it. It was the kind of stress that you enjoy, but I didn't enjoy this kind of event planning stress. But I would like it on a lower scale, where you don't have to think so much into everything like health and safety, logistics and all of those kind of things. But we done really well on that. We got a first, so all the hard work paid off. And for our event we organised a community fair and had lots of stalls of arts and crafts, people selling all different types of cultured food. It was a really good like turnout. We had like some like bouncy castle things, so it's like a fair, craft fair and things like that. So yeah, we done really well on that. So that was the second year. I got 2 1s and I think a first in that second year. And then in the third year, the one that I'm in now, so this year is a lot more kind of hands-on and creative on the kind of advertising side. So we done a module, oh gosh, what was the module? I can't remember what it's called, but basically in advertising, how it works is you have either the creative pair or you have, okay, in the advertising agency you would have the creative pair, you would have the designer, and you would have the account manager. The account manager is the person that talks between the client and the creative pair. So it's just kind of like building the relationship, passing on messages, keeping that relationship there, giving them the briefs, giving the client feedback and things like that. The creative pair, you would have the copywriter and the art director, and the copywriter is the person who focuses on all of the copy. So when you see slogan, the slogan and the headline and all of the writing on the advert, that is what the copywriter would do. And the creative director is a person that kind of comes up with the ideas and draws them down, so that's more of the creative person. But in my creative pair, I am the copywriter, but still, like, me and my creative pair, we're fairly good at both things, so we both put our input in it. So yeah, that's really, really good, and I really enjoy it. So I just thought I had to clear that up because I didn't explain any of that. So that's how it works in the advertising industry. You would have your creative pair. So in my creative pair in this module, we got, I think, about 6 advertising briefs, and we had to create campaigns for each of those briefs, and we had to present a couple, and the others we would just have in our portfolio. What else did we do? What's the other module? Oh god, can't remember. What was it? It's really annoying. Oh yes, and the event side we had, oh crap, I can't remember the module, but basically we got a brief for events, and we had to, the brief was Carmex wanted, you know, the Carmex, the lip brand, whatever, they wanted to put their stamp on Valentine's Day. So basically we had to design this event, and we had to design an experience and make a PowerPoint presentation and present it, and we worked individually for that. So that was that, and then I can't remember the other bloody, if I remember then I will let you know, but I can't remember the other advertising module that we done in the first semester. The second semester we are doing, oh my god, I'm so rubbish. Right, in the final semester, the modules that we're doing is project, where you get to choose either your project or dissertation. And then we are doing portfolio development. That's when we're working in our creative pair, and we are developing the campaigns that we already have and also creating new campaigns. And then the events one, we have to, oh crap, I'm so rubbish today. We're working in groups, and my mind has just gone completely blank, which is not good because I'm actually doing some of my events work after I do this video. Okay, I remember. Basically, we have this brief where we have to market our university. Look, basically we have rooms in our university that we have to market and come up with ideas how we could bring the community to like use those rooms for things. It sounds complicated, you probably wouldn't really get it if I told you, if you don't know anything about events, but that's what we're doing for that. Once again, just coming up with ideas and our strategies for that. So the project that I'm doing, back to advertising, I'm creating a magazine for bloggers, because like I said, I'm more creative than academic, so I'm doing that at the moment. Really enjoying it, a lot of work, but yeah, I do really like it. And then obviously the portfolio development, which I've already told you about. So that is everything, I think. I'm sorry if this has just been so confusing and I've rambled and talked about stuff that you don't really hear about, but I've tried to kind of fit everything in. So let's just do like a little conclusion. Would I recommend this course? I would, because you get to experience lots of different sort of areas within advertising, within the media and everything like that. So you get a taster, and it gives you an idea of what you might want to do when you leave. And also all of our tutors have either worked in the industry or work in the industry at the moment, so they know what they're on about and they have really good contacts, and that's really useful for when like you're finding work experience within your summer breaks. Which I also have to mention, every summer do an internship, or try your best to do an internship, because I only done one and I wish I'd done one in my second year as well, because it would have helped me so much more. So that's something I regret, that I just want to pass on to you and just advise you to do. So yeah, it's a good uni, and I think if you're not sure if you want to go to uni, then because you don't really know what you want to do, just think about something that you're interested in. And if you're not really sure, I think media, or a media related course, is really good, because it covers so much, and there's so many different areas in the media that you could work in. Like, I'm sure there is something for everyone, and it's really interesting because it's just really, I really like it. And you get to experience lots of different things, and you've got a good balance between the creative stuff and the writing stuff. So it's really good for developing your skills and stuff. And over the years we've had a lot of guest speakers, like editors from magazines, people who own advertising agencies and things like that. So it's a really good way to kind of network by going to uni, because you meet so many people. What else have I got to say? I think that is everything. If I think of anything else, then I'll make another clip and just add it on the end of this one. Or if you have any questions at all, if I've missed anything out, then please let me know, and I'll answer them for you. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it and it's been helpful, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!